Let's fight! A very good evening to each and every one of you. Let's fight, guys. Let's fight wherever you're joining us from on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. Welcome in the ring, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we know a lot of y'all coming for a lot of reasons this evening. We hope, we hope that y'all are coming for the information. What's on the fight card? Good to see each and every one of you this evening pouring into the arena, pouring into the Coliseum. Good to see each and every one of you. Whether you guys are joining us on Twitter, the suburbs, YouTube, or on Facebook, the ghetto, wherever you guys are joining us from this evening, it is our privilege to have each and every one of you, good folks like Elderly Gilbert and Lily McGarrell, good folks like Dean Inglewood and Vashti Magnot. Vashti, how are you doing there? Good to see you. And Rupert as well. Good to see Vashti and Rupert joining us on the tube. They're tubers. Good to see Dorrit Nelson, all you fantastic folks. Folks, you're going to want to share the live stream. We are shifting things up this evening, and you are going to be happy that you're in the ring tonight. Guys, it's Friday night, but you know we don't gear down on Friday night. We're gearing up. We're going into the top gear on Friday night here in the ring. Privileged that so many of you can join us this evening. Share the live stream. Be generous this evening. Be kind to our guests this evening. Good to have each and every one of you. Guys, we're going to have some fun. We have a special guest joining us. We told you guys we're going to be mixing things up in the ring, you know. Some folks think that some folks think, make sure my subject and my verb agree, especially on the day that the National Grade 6 assessment results are being given out. My subject and my verb must agree. They must be in concord. Yep. So, you know, you guys have got to be kind. You guys have got to be kind. Some folks are kind of saying that, you know, this is a political show. No. Don't put us in no box. We're going to break out of whatever box y'all are putting us in. Whatever box. No. We don't put you in no box. Laverne, Harry Charan, Kelman Prasad, Janet Edwards, and Samuel Harari. Y'all don't put you in no box. Right? Y'all just share the live stream. That is all you folks got to do. Share the live stream. Don't bother with nothing else. Don't bother with nothing else. Share the live stream for us. Come through with the live stream. That is all we want you guys to do. Come through with the live stream. Come through loud. We're shifting things up, guys. We are shifting things up, and this is gonna be a very eclectic show. You see, we are always trying to improve our vocabulary. Eclectic. We're gonna pull from different sources, different genre, different experiences, different people. Not only politicians. We know the trenches gone there, but not only the trenches, right? Not only political people who belong to no political party, not only religious people of no religion at all are welcome in the ring. Carlotta Reynolds, folks like Carlotta Reynolds and Anita, is it Anita? Good to see you there. Anita Chiney Kane, good to see you as well. Wickenham is in the house this evening. Alexis Arthur there, good to see you. Wendell Henry from the UK. Stacey Wade and Edward Wade, the in-laws. Angel Wade. And my wife, Atala Wade. Eva Jerick from Connecticut. Oh, my father, all of you folks from around the world. Philip Bunbury also from Canada. Margaret Nelson from South Carolina. Gail Alicock from New Jersey. Those folks who are joining us across the continents of the world, Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia, North America, South America, Antarctica. Good to see each and every one of you. Good to have all you guys in the house this evening. Brian Abrams, all you fantastic folks like Amber Tone, is it Ton or Tone? Joylyn Cook, Sydney July. Great to see you. Stacey Ann Stowe. Some people touched down. Good to see you, Stacey Ann. Orwin Don Cook. Good to see you, Orwin. Good to see you, Orwin there. Good to see you, Brenda Bailey, as well. Folks, I want you guys to share the live stream. We want to see those emojis. Let us know how Friday night hitting you guys. Nicola Jones and Aerosol. Gail Rodney. Gail, is you? Sweetie? Boo-boo? Good to see you, Gail, my high school friend from Long. We come from Long. It's 20 years plus. Y'all didn't get every story. Gail, I love you. Full stop. Me have to explain myself to nobody. I love you, Gail. Dion Graves, Andy, Malika, Wendy Farley. Good to see you there, Wendy. And Hermione Glenn Hayward. Good to see you, Hermione. I ain't seen you in a long time. Coretta Millington. Listen to me. Who will here? For me here for the fastest. I know y'all, you know. I recognize some of y'all already, folks. As you come onto the live stream, share the live stream. We wanna get this credible and valid information out far and wide. Credible and valid information, guys. Far and wide. We want to hear from each and every one of you. And let me guys tell you, coming up. Y'all know we asking y'all to party with us, and we can deal with that later on in the program. But coming up, guys, y'all know what's coming up? Oh, some of y'all fast. Y'all done peep the pipe card. Y'all done peep the fight card already. Coming up, folks, we're going to be joined by our own Kim Kardashian. Local, I'm sorry. I treasure our people. I buy local. Me foreign-minded. I might go to foreign. I might use the accent rather for a lengthy period of time. But I buy local. Our very own Lola Doll will be joining us. Coming up, guys. Coming up. I think y'all want to get your popcorn, get your cokes, pull up in that big chair, put up your foot, strap in yourself, tell the person next to you, don't bother me now. Coming up, our very own Lola Doll. I got a number of questions to ask her. I always wanted to talk to her about her life and her experiences and what makes Lola Lola. That is what I want to know. Me not asking for you. I asking for myself. I fast. So me going around Lola back and minding your business. Right? Lola and I are going to have a very personal, intimate conversation. We're going to allow y'all to eavesdrop or eavesdrop. Or we say eavesdrop, but it's eaves from that special kind of window, the eavesdrop. We're going to allow y'all. Right? But it's a very private, intimate conversation. Y'all don't tell nobody, though. We allowing y'all to listen in. Don't tell nobody. Share the live stream, guys. You're going to want to share this live stream. Don't tell nobody. Listen to me. What happens in the ring stays in the ring. Y'all hear me tonight? What happens in the ring stays in the ring. I want to see those emojis. Y'all know I licorice and I hungry for emoji. All right? I licorice and I hungry for emoji. And tonight I got to put something in my mouth. I licorice and I hungry for the emoji. So feed me. Feed me, folks. Feed me, guys. So coming up, we have, I say this is our own Kim Kardashian. I think she even got the money to match. I dare say she has the money to match. And Lola Doll, our very own Guyanese entrepreneur and influencer, is going to be joining us shortly, folks. Shortly, you're going to want to share the live stream. Coming up, guys, share the live stream. I want to see those emojis, folks. Listen, some of y'all going to be disobedient. And I'm going to have to get very disorderly with y'all. Very disorderly. You understand me? And I can bring out my friend. And y'all know when he come out his problems, don't let me go down this road early. It's Friday night. Let me left this for later on. Let me left the hard stuff for later. It's a little too early in the evening. Leave the hard stuff for later. All right? Leave the hard stuff for later. All right. So share the live stream. Don't let me fall out. I want to see those emojis. Y'all know where my friend shop is problems. Back in the days, you had a old song that says, trouble in the dance, trouble tonight. I show my age now. Only keep good. I'm learning from Lola's secret. How to keep good. But I got my age. I got my good age. Good to see each and every one. Listen, I said, share the live stream. Don't let me get wrong and I bring out my friend. Because when he come out, right? You're going to be bust up and bleeding. So don't let me go along this road yet. All right. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, I am. Oh, look about y'all shop here already. Y'all fast, you know. I know y'all fast. Me not asking, I telling y'all fast. Guyanese people like the Trinidadians, all we in the Caribbean is one. We like Bacchanal. We like story. All we hear is one. We like Bacchanal and we like story. Great to see each and every one of you, wherever you guys are joining us from this evening. It is our privilege to see each and every one of you in the Coliseum, in the arena, in the ring. Tonya Cummins and Desiree Smart Felix. All of you, fantastic, fantastic folks. Chanel Smith Daniels. Chanel Smith Daniels. Chanel Smith Daniels. You just come as you are. Chanel was telling me earlier on today whether she has to dress a certain way to come in the ring. Well, in my Alison Hunt voice, Chanel, if you got your things, if you's a girl with your things, come in the ring. Don't let anybody hold you back. Chanel Smith Daniels, if you's a girl with your things, in my Alison Hunt voice. If you's a girl with your things, come in the ring. We ain't gonna hold you back. We ain't gonna hold you back. Right? And we know, folks, I want y'all to be very kind and circumspect with my guests, or else I bring out the boy. I bring out the cock. So y'all behave yourselves, right? Ryan Ford, good to see you there. Colleen Solomon and Dion Graves Zandy, Roxanne Odessa, Natasha McPherson. Some of y'all shop early. Y'all don't want to get left behind tonight at all. Y'all don't want to get left behind tonight at all. So y'all have showed up very early, right? And my guest is going to be here short, and then we just get on with it. Folks, tonight is going to be a night of a difference, right? So don't let us dispense with some of the formalities. We're going to have the fight card. We got a lot of issues to discuss this evening. NGSA, the slow matter, the Paul Slow issue, lots and lots of other issues to discuss. But we're going to mix things up this evening, and we're going to have all of that for you as well. So strap yourselves in. Strap yourselves in. It is not going to be the kind of night that you guys are accustomed to. It's going to be a wild ride here. It's going to be a wild ride here. And guys, because it's such a special night, and we have such a special guest with us on the fight card this evening, and because you guys are special, and because it's Friday night, and we mix things up, y'all better share this live stream. You all know how we do it here, right? Like Lola, we don't come out to bed in the morning for nothing less than 2 and 3 million. Right? So y'all make it right with them shares. Y'all make it right with them views and so forth. Share back to your profiles, back to your page, wherever you guys got to share it back. So on the fight card this evening, right, we're mixing things up. We are mixing things up. On the fight card this evening, we are starting with the main event. And I told y'all to buckle in, get out your popcorn, your cokes, whatever you guys are going to be having this evening. Whatever you guys are going to be having this evening, get it out, share the live stream. We are starting with the main event. And as I told you guys, I am privileged to be joined by someone who I consider the Kim Kardashian of Guyana. She is an entrepreneur and she's an influencer. And I'm privileged to be joined this evening by none other, ladies and gentlemen, than Lola Doll herself. A very good evening, ma'am, and welcome.
Thank you for having me.
It is our privilege. It is our privilege. How have you been keeping? Or as the Trinidadians say, how you keeps?
I've been good. Can't complain at all.
Fantastic, fantastic. Folks, as you join the live stream, whichever part of the world you guys are joining us from this evening, share the live stream. I am trying my best to stay on my questions. I don't want to be distracted by anything. I know there's lots to distract me this evening, but I'm going to stay very, very focused on these questions here.
Because I can't see nothing right now.
we have thousands of folks jammed into this arena, bought their tickets early, and I don't think they came to see me. They see me every night. I think they came to see you. And so Let's get right into it. When we see you, Lola, we see style. We see style. From the word go, since you came on the scene, I don't know whether you're old enough to know this phrase. I know if you're old enough, but we used to say you can't style a stylist. Where do you get this sense of style from, Lola?
Oh my gosh, you trouble. Listen,
I'm saying that you're young. Where do you get your sense of style from?
I think I was born with it. I got it from my mama. I didn't buy. That's something that I didn't buy. I never bought that, but it's just in me. Just something that I do, something I love, and I'm gonna be perfect at it because I love it.
Fantastic. Well, I heard a little thing thrown in there. It is one of the things that you didn't buy. So I'm going to come back to some of the things that maybe have been bought a little later on in our discussion. You always seem to be perfecting you in some way, whether it's you, the person, Lola Doll, or your business endeavors and all of that. Where did that start from? That what has been that catalyst?
Well, it actually starts from the struggle, because we all have to start from somewhere. We can't just make it to the top unless we have rich aunties, rich parents, and I was never that fortunate. So I had to work my way up to the top. So with that, I gained a lot of knowledge and a lot of style, wisdom. I had a few rough paths, but everything just worked out fine, and I'm good.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And talking about those rough patch, or the rough patches, we know that in the early years, we would see you getting into, some little back and forth with people. One of our phrases here in the ring is, let's fight. And you have taken that very literally in some instances. We saw you in some court matters. Are you still that confrontational Lola that we used to do?
Now I'm way past that stage. You live and you learn. So everybody goes through their stage, and I have my time where it wasn't that good for me. But at some point, I felt like I had to defend myself. But it just happened, and I'm not that type of person anymore. I moved on, outgrown all of that. That's the past, and like I said in my previous interview, I put all of that behind me. I don't have time for that anymore. I got time to make money. I'm on some money thing. I'm not on the beef and all of that.
Great. But coming through that phase in your life, Lola, what do you think that phase taught you about yourself when you look back? What did that teach you?
Every time I get notification, your voice seems to mute, and my phone is blowing up right now. Can you?
Yeah, yeah. The question I was asking is, what did that period in your life, those rough patches, teach you about yourself as a person?
Well, definitely it taught me that I'm a strong person, because a lot of people in my situation would have already killed themselves. Yes. And I don't know, with me it's just, I don't know, God just instilled this strongness in me, and I think it's just my mentality. Like, I fix my brains and my mind, and I set myself to a standard where there's nothing to break me in life unless you literally stab me. But apart from that, there's nothing nobody could say or do to me that would offend me. Before I used to be, before I used to be cursing and, taking on everything that people say. And then now I don't care. Like, I don't care what people say no more. Because at the end of the day, if I don't have money to catch bus or to take a taxi, I can't go by my neighbor, or I can't call none of these haters or none of these people that want to have an opinion in my life. So I can't call y'all for give me nothing. Why take y'all on? And I have to sit and realize to myself that this is not it. This is just not it. Because there have been many times that I was down and out and broke, and I was like, who can I call? I don't have nobody to call. And these people that I want to you know take on, and these people that I want to praise and satisfy them and do what they want. It's not doing anything for me. So at the end of the day, I just have to do me and make myself happy. And with that, I just cancel everything that I used to do. And it actually was a learning process for me. It was a,
Fantastic.
and I've learned a lot from it. So now I just laugh it off. Because at the end of the day, nobody don't come to my face and say nothing. They come to my face and they be like, "Can I get a picture? I'm your biggest fan. Lola, I love you," and all of that. And then on social media, you drag me.
The haters are gonna hate. When we see you, we see this very effervescent woman, this woman of strength, a woman of resilience. You said to us you've come through some rough patches, you've been through some stuff, and you've come through some stuff. You inadvertently perhaps have answered our question. Where do you get this strength from that says, I don't care about what the naysayers say, I don't care about the haters, I don't care about the trenches?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuckity fuck, 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 fuck. Period.
I like
I tell
that.
myself that I really don't live to please nobody. I live to please myself. Whatever I do is I got answer to God. Nobody can answer to God for me. So when I'm reach the borderline, I can't call none of these haters to come and answer for me. So let me do what I do, make myself happy, and then y'all can fall behind. Because once nobody coming to me face and approaching me, one person ever done that, and we was in his court. And I'm trying my best not to get myself in no problems with nobody. I'm not on bad terms with anybody, and I want to continue living like that. I don't want to curse. I don't want to fight. I want to live at peace. I want my mind to be. I just want ideas on how to make more money. If you're going to come to me with a business strategy, then I'm all ears. But if you're going to come to me with drama, don't come to me with that. Let's talk money. That's me right now. And that's going to be me forever.
Talking about money, it seems that whatever you do, you always try to go in a big way. That seems to be an innate part of you, Lola Doll. We have seen you get engaged 30,000 feet up in an airplane. We have seen the entrepreneur. Let's talk a little bit about that. You used to be very much into cosmetology, and lots of folks say that you have abandoned that. What is happening
I'm
there?
not a bad. I'm still doing makeup. I'm
Oh, you still doing makeup?
still doing makeup. I'm still doing classes. Everything where the money resides. I have talent. I am not going to waste my talent. I'm just not like, because it's slow. So I have to go after something that's going to bring in the money. I can't just, I'm a type of person like this. When one thing ain't going good, I switch to something else. When it's not going fast, wherever the money there, that's why they invest in something that making money. And I'm good at advertisement. Like, I'm a really good advertisement person. Like, I'm always trying to make money in different ways. Whatever, what's popping? What's going on? This, all right, we're gonna push for this. So it's not like I put it aside. I just put it in a corner for now, since it's not making that. It's not that season. Nothing is going on. Corona, we all on lockdown. Nobody's doing makeup to go anywhere except for me in the house, or. But I still got it, and I got one and two people to still come. But they're more interested in like shapers and getting their fit on so that when the place open up back, they could be outside.
So let's talk about that then. What else have you been involved with? I think I saw a shop, a virtual shop on Instagram. I know you have a huge following on social media, and part of your success has been able to convert that into finances. How has that been working out for you, and what other projects have you been up to?
Well, I'm up to a lot of different things. I have multiple ways of making money, which I do not tend to go into because not everything is, you know, for the ears and the eyes.
Yep, yep,
Part of
understood.
that, and my Instagram, my social media platform makes money for me because, that's where I advertise and that's where all my customers, be viewing. So hey, they go on Instagram, they know what I got, they already know what they're coming for. Since I'm not in the area where it's so busy, people still come because they see it on the media. Okay, she got this, let's check Lola out. So my social media is not just for me being popular, but it's a money making thing.
And give us your Instagram handle. I know you have close to 100,000 followers, not 100 folks, 100, close to 100,000 followers on Instagram. Give us that social media handle there on Instagram.
Doll underscore Miss Important. Just type
So
in doll underscore and I should pop up doll underscore Miss Important. And I normally post my pages that my business pages too. So once they're following that page, that's the main page.
fantastic. Lola, we know that you care about your appearance. It is something that you have been developing over time, what I think we would call here body sculpting, perfecting you. And lots of people like today in your business where this is concerned, including us, to be fair and honest, including us. So tell us, we know that you have been very vocal about, the kind of work you've had done on your body. Tell us a little bit about that. What have you had done?
I had everything done. I had my arms done, my boobs done, my teeth done, my waist done, my back done, my butt done. Everything. Everything done.
And and are you finished, or there is still
Um,
stuff in your mind that you want you
I
want to do?
right now I feel like a bad bitch right now. I feel like a baddie. Yes, I feel good. I feel good. Like I've been getting so many compliments. Like when I was overseas, let me tell you this. I feel like the ladies love me off more than anything else. Females would always walk up to me. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Your body is perfect. You're a beautiful black woman. Like I would say 80% would be women always walking up and, I never get that in Guyana. I don't know if females, intimidated or they don't want to come and talk or they just don't. Not that I'm asking them to, but people always compliment me over there, like every day, everywhere I go to the mall, supermarket, anywhere. And I feel like, okay, nothing is wrong with me, so I don't need to fix anything more. Not that people' opinion really matters, because I have to be comfortable first before I can say, you know what, I need to pull out some more fat out my back. But I know I put on weight, and I think I'm looking good with my little feet that I have right now. I don't want to get no more. I don't want to get no more thick because I feel like when I put on weight, my butt get bigger and my breasts get bigger. So, with all of that being said, I am comfortable right now.
Uh-huh. And if you were to, I know people fast. People want to know how much does this cost. If you were to put a figure at the kind of work you've had done, what are we looking at?
Let me get my calculator. Okay, overall surgeries is like 30,000.
30,000 Ghana dollars. That sound too
No, that's
expensive.
30,000 US. Plus 15,000 on my teeth. That's like 45,000. It's not nothing much.
It's a lot of money still. It's a lot of money still. Um, that being said, like the way you've spoken about your body sculpting and your evolving image, we think you're perfect, by the way. But that being said, you have lived your private life very publicly, very public. And I want to come in your business a little bit. Is there a special guy that gets to call you Bay?
Right now, no. Ain't nobody calling me babe right now.
Uh-huh. Goat bite he, or is it that
I just don't like dishonest people. And I feel like I don't deserve to be lied to because I'm cool as hell. And I do not take stupidness like we guys need to say. I don't take stupidness from man.
Mhm.
I know to myself that I don't need a man. I do it on my own. Everything that I do it on my own. I never get help from nobody. So if I'm with you, I feel like I'm with you because I love you, because I actually love you, you know?
Uh-huh.
So with that being said, I'm just chilling for now and I'm just focusing on me and elevating more in life. When that time comes, that guy will be a lucky guy.
Well, let me show you a curveball now. Have you ever been in love?
Yes,
All right. I'm now going to ask with who, but you can volunteer and let us know.
been in love. I've been in love. Of course. I've been in love with no headache, with no stress. I never one day had to drink painkillers for no kind of man stress. And that was when I was in love. All that's happening right now, I don't think it's love. I think it's just lust. Because when you love somebody, you don't hurt them. You don't put them through stuff. You don't give people things to throw in your woman or your man face. You just be cool and just live your life normal. Like just be a normal person. Just be truthful. Just be honest. And I respect honesty. Love
Fantastic.
and honesty is all I just look for. And if I don't find that with you, it's not gonna work. Because
Fantastic.
I'm very straightforward. Very. And everything I do, I premeditate to do it. So whatever the consequences is, I'm gonna take the risk. And whatever happens after, it happens. Because you know why? I already took that risk. And if I'm to be punished, then I'm gonna stand responsibility for my actions.
We will remember that anything Lola does, she does it deliberately, knowing the consequences. Thousands of people across social media see you globe trotting almost weekly. You always seem to be in a different country, in a different place, doing something, living life to its fullest. What don't people know about you?
They don't know that I'm not. I may be a public figure, but I like to be alone. Like I could lock up in a house for weeks without going out. I could. And I like my own space. I like to be, just meditating and thinking about. I just love my own space. I'm not friendly. Like, I would laugh and I would gaff, I would drink. When I drink, I'm the nicest person. When I smoke the lovely weed, I'm the nicest person. Like I skin me teeth whole day, whole night with somebody. But me on a normal, I may be popular, blah blah blah. But a lot of people don't know that I just love to be by myself. I love my own space. I can't share apartments with nobody. You know, like I just love to be by myself. I enjoy my own company. A lot of people don't know it because I don't talk about it. But 99.9% of the time, I stay by myself.
And we are happy with the fact that you've gotten to that place where you're comfortable in your own skin. What do people get wrong about Lola Doll?
People always feel like I think Guyanese society, the Guyanese people that now know me and stuff like that, they don't feel that way about me. But people always feel like I'm always in some kind of drama. I'm always the problem. I'm really not the problem. Back then, people always used to be picking on me, and obviously, I'm a human being, and I'm gonna stand up for myself. And whenever I stand up for myself, I'm the bad guy. Nobody see when the first bell ring, but when the second bell ring, it's something. So that's what it was with me. People would be picking on me for no reason, bringing me down, and I must just shut him out because as a public figure. I cuss everybody from Tom, Dick, and Harry. I cuss, till my throat get dry. That was then. But people always misinterpret me, man. Like I really don't care what people and what they think now. Because at the end of the day, you do good, you do bad, they're gonna still talk. You smile, you give
True.
everybody, you buy everybody drinks. Oh, come get some free this, free that. Oh, they're gonna still turn around and they're gonna talk about you. You hold a big wedding, invite millions of people, they're gonna talk about your food. I really don't care. Who like me, who don't like me, I don't give I ain't
You
lose.
want to get married? I'm just throwing that instance I heard wedding. Do you want to get married?
Yes, of course I wanna get married. Of course. I wanna get married but to the right person. So
Fantastic.
I'm not rushing anything, I'm not looking for anything. Everything is happening in the right time. God's
Agreed.
time.
Lola, let's throw a social issue at you. Recently, we see you as this very strong, resilient woman, formidable woman, intimidating even. There was a female firefighter recently who responded to the scene of a fire, not wearing protective clothing. Now, there have been other times when men, respond to fire and they didn't wear any protective clothing either. But this woman was reprimanded by her colleagues, by her superiors. What are your thoughts?
She has been what? I haven't been following this.
Reprimanded. She has been disciplined.
I haven't been following this story, but um, reading a little bit from what people posted, I think the young lady did well. And I think she did it from her heart, because if you could just like that to save people or save a building or whatever you're going to do, like she should be praised. She should receive a reward. You understand? Like people supposed to respect that. But no matter what you do in life, it's always something, some negativity behind it. People, I don't know. I think she did a great job and she should be promoted.
Fantastic. Lola, my final question for the evening. I know you got a busy schedule, a busy night ahead of you. Lots and lots of folks look up to you, especially young women. Lots of young women look up to you. What is your advice to them as an older person, based on all the experiences, personal, business-wise, and all of that? Your advice to them this evening.
Well, my advice is the road is not going to be smooth all the time, but keep pushing, keep doing what you want to do in life, whatever your mind say. Once is nothing with illegal stuff. Just do you. Just listen to your heart and go for it. We all have to try. You have to try. It's better to try and fail than fail to try. Whatever you want to do, just try it. You never know. Something might work out. For me, I work a lot of places. Everywhere I work, I get fired. I've never hold a job. Everywhere I worked since I was like 16, I got fired.
Means you got to work for you.
I can't work for nobody because my mouth is not easy. It's reckless. And I really don't care what come out to my mouth because I don't pay tax for it. So I just decided that, you know what? I got to make this money by any means. And I got to do what I got to do because I have to work for myself. I'm not going to be working for people for life. So I just save and save and save and, keep doing what I do. And then eventually I became a business owner. So I would just advise young women to just be yourself. Don't try to be like nobody. You could only be you. Do
Yeah.
you put
Yeah.
your best foot forward in whatever you do?
Yeah.
Sometimes you may fail, but trust me, glory will come eventually as long as you're consistent.
We love that. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Lola Doll, Guyanese influencer and entrepreneur. I really want to thank you for spending this time in the ring with us this evening.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks again, Lola.
Thank you. Enjoy.
That's our time for this evening with Lola. Folks, we're heading back to the fight card. Don't leave us yet. We are heading back to the fight card. The night is young. The night is young. And we are starting with the NGSA. We're starting there. So stay with us, folks. Share the live stream. Lola Doll in her own way, in her own style, talking to us about several issues. We know y'all fast. Y'all like them people business. So we got to bring the people business who y'all like mine. Thanks for joining us, folks. We are heading back into that fight card. Stay with us, folks. Quite a few things to get through this evening. Again, as I said, starting with the NGSA. We're going to start there, and then we're going to work our way back. A lot of fires still happening, folks. Oh, fathers, the fires of the PPP. Stay with us. The fires of the PPP. Thank you guys for staying with us. Share the live stream. Use a minute or two to share the live stream. We are so privileged to have all of you in the ring with us. And I tell you all, don't go nowhere, no, or else I got to bring out my friend. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back with the rest of the fight card. We started with the main event, and now we are working our way back. We are working our way back, ladies and gentlemen. And I trust that you guys will have enjoyed that interview there with Lola. Again, thanks to her and her people for setting that up for us. We are tremendously privileged. Folks, NGSA, we want to thank all our students who wrote the NGSA and who were successful. All of our young people, whether you guys have gotten the kind of success that you wanted or not, once you have given your best, that is good for us. So we really want to thank all of our young people for putting their best foot forward. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Congratulations to the installed Minister of Education. Her daughter did well. Congrats to you. Congrats to the CEO. His son did well. Congrats to the Registrar of Exams there. Her child did well. And all the other parents across this country who put in the time and you got the result. You got a result. Congrats to each and every one of you folks. And let's treat our children well. Let's show them a lot of love as they go on to this other stage in their lives. Life is about stages. Lola started one way and now she's progressing in a different direction. Life is about stages. It's about stages. So again, congrats to all of our young people there who wrote the exams and have come through with flying colors. Have come through. Congrats to all of you and congrats to the parents as well and the teachers. The teachers who in this COVID season really and truly went above and beyond. Congrats to our teachers, right? Congrats. And we are made to understand that Ashley Singh's son as well did very well. Ashley Singh, the Minister of Finance, the installed Minister of Finance, we heard that his son did extremely well too. So congrats. Congrats. If you're in government, you're in power, and your child did well, congrats to you. Congrats to you. Moving on, folks. Part of what happened when they were giving out these results intrigued us. Some of it intrigued us, and I want to bring that to your attention. Now, they were talking about COVID-19 and the impact on schools. The impacts on school. It was noted that some 10%, let me get the figure right, some 11.23% of 103,000 candidates were absent for these examinations. 11% of 103,000. And so they were examining whether COVID-19 played a role there in having this large amount of absenteeism. That's what they were examining. And so they put the question to the Director of Operations at CXC, Dr. Nicole Manning. They put the question to Dr. Manning, who is here currently with her team, rolling out these results. Director of Operations at CXC, Dr. Nicole Manning. And they asked Dr. Manning, whether COVID would have played a role in this large amount of absenteeism. And what Dr. Manning said was striking to us. Dr. Manning stated that additional studies are needed. This is how professional people operate. Dr. Manning said additional studies are needed. We're picking up this report out of Newsroom. Additional studies are needed to confirm whether the closure of schools caused or contributed to the level of absenteeism. She said studies are needed. Underline that. Studies are needed. Well, they asked Priya. They asked Priya. Here, Priya. Guyana's Minister of Education, Priya Manichan, however, you don't know where we're going there, however, stated that learning losses, student displacement, dropouts, psychosocial impacts are all challenges that emanated from the pandemic and the resulting school closures. Now, Dr. Manning says studies are needed. It brings me to ask, what study Priya do? What studies did Priya do to inform that all these things that she quoted contributed to the absenteeism of our students? Dr. Manning from CXC says more studies are needed. Priya said, no. However, right, learning losses, student displacement, dropouts, I have never heard, at least since it came in, August 2nd, 2020, when confusion powder started, hearing any studies have been done in the educational system to determine the impact of COVID-19 or anything else on the educational system. So we just want to let the administration know that studies is a good thing. But they like studies, you know. They like studies for the feasibility of the gas to shore. They like environmental impact assessment. They like studies. They like studies for the New Harbor Bridge. But studies are important. Dr. Manning couched her response in, we need more studies. I'm not going to talk off of the top of my head because I'm a professional. You see, you got professionals, and then you got this set of people. Interestingly enough, the Ministry of Education does not waste a day trying to shoot itself in its foot. It don't waste a day, ladies and gentlemen. And just today, as they were rolling out results, we learned that the government has added a new administrative region. A brand new administrative region, ladies and gentlemen. The Ministry of Education informed us indirectly in announcing the results for NGSA. They told us that we have now Region 11. So it's either Region 11 as a geographic place, or is what we consider Region 11 as everything outside Guyana where Guyanese live, like Brooklyn and Texas and all the continents of the world. So we weren't aware that students of Guyanese parentage, Guyanese students living in Region 11, right, NGSA. But the ministry informed us today. This was on the ministry's website, Region 11. Not only that, Region 11, they told us, was not what we thought it was, the diaspora. Region 11 is now Georgetown. Georgetown is no longer Region 4 as we know it. Georgetown is now Region 11. We don't know if it's because of the 2020 elections get them vexed and they say, look, flap Region 4, Region 11 in your backside. We want to be known to for something. Contrary, you know, the building roads to nowhere, they're building some half-lane roads, and now Region 11, Georgetown, move out the way. Region 11, what they got to tell us now is what are the boundaries? We don't know. The boundaries could start from Region 6 for all we know. So they have to inform us what are the boundaries of Region 11, Georgetown. I don't know if this is part of this new city that Irfan Ali says he's building. Folks, y'all better share the live stream. Because we need to inform the world that we now have a Region 11. The planes will need to know this, foreign governments. Right? When those planes are landing, they say they go to Port Georgetown. So now they have to add, they're going to Port Georgetown, Region 11. You see, these things got implications. And I don't know if this thing was changed before and we didn't know. But hopefully this is not a question for the NGSA because students might have gotten it wrong. Region 11, folks, not a day go by. Not a day goes by when we don't see something interesting from this administration, folks. We want to see those emojis. We want to see those shares as we turn our attention to the Jagabats. As we turn the attention to the Jagabats. Right? Now, the Public Accounts Committee in the National Assembly is a very, very important committee which deals with the spending of whichever is the current administration. It so happens to be the installed administration that we have. It so happens to be them. Now, there was a very important meeting today. They knew about it. Agencies were invited to scrutinize the spending of the administration. This is what the Public Accounts Committee, the PAC, is for. The opposition chairs this committee as per parliamentary rules. Whoever is the government, the opposition chairs the Public Accounts Committee. The government didn't show up. The government did not show up. And one wonders if it is because most of them have gone globe-trotting. Government is in recess. We hear Irfan and his wife gone on a vacation in Dubai. Irfan and the First Lady in Dubai. You got some of them in Serbia. Hamilton, Kokoko Joe, he's in Siberia. You have the PS from Foreign Affairs, Elizabeth Harper, she in Siberia as well, a whole crew. And then they got a next set tour in the US. Big party and sporting. Right? Prime Minister Gail Teixeira, who's part of this committee as well. And then Nandila, like he flying out to some place too. So nobody from government showed up for this very, very important committee that deals with public spending. So they ain't got time with that. They just want to spend money. You must just hand them a blank check and say, write how much you want and spend. No accountability. That is what the committee is for. Accountability and scrutiny of government spending. But they don't want that. They don't like rules. They don't like structures. And just this morning, as though by some providence, not by providence, providence as in determined by a higher power, there was a scathing editorial in Sabrook News that talked about judicial ethics. That again says that this government ain't following no rules, no convention, or at least only when it benefits them. Folks, y'all sharing the live stream or gotta bring the cock? So here is what that editorial talked about: judicial ethics as regards this administration that we have. In this editorial out of Starbuck News, it says, but what the public will be most interested in is the independence of the judiciary, which is something its highest officers here seems to aspire to, but which the government may have less enthusiasm for, just like the Public Accounts Committee and scrutiny of its spending. No enthusiasm. Trying to maneuver in such a way that a governing party or executive president has sympathetic judges on the benches should a case in which it has an interest come before them is by no means confined to this jurisdiction. And that is a fair comment. The editorial goes on to say the sticking point is the requirement of Article 127(1) of the Constitution that the Chancellor and Chief Justice shall be appointed by the President after obtaining the agreement of the Leader of the Opposition. And the editorial was going after this fact that the Chancellor and Chief Justice and certain commissions have not been appointed substantively. The editorial goes on to state, there has, of course, been no such agreement of the Leader of the Opposition. There has, of course, been no such agreements, although whether one could be procured under the current administration has never been put to the test, because President Irfan Ali refuses to speak to the opposition leader, Joseph Harman, until he recognizes the PPC government as legitimate. It is an utterly unconstitutional demand. So they want to go to the PAC, they want scrutiny of the spending, they want to appoint Chief Justice, they want to appoint Chancellor, they don't want to appoint constitutional commissions, and it took the High Court recently to tell them that taking away the independence of these constitutional commissions, their financial independence, was unconstitutional. So that is what the editorial says. The PPP has no interest in that. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, on this note, here is what the editorial said. So here we are in this rather contradictory situation where the judiciary is committing to a revised code of ethics in the interest of the independence, integrity, and impartiality, while the government appears to be guided by other notions. Justice Saunders, this is of the CCJ, was reported as saying The implementation of the Code of Ethics for the judiciary demonstrated that the judiciary's commitment to the people of Guyana and to the rule of law. In contrast, here's the donor. In contrast to the judiciary's dedication to the Constitution and the rule of law, it says the government he heads, President Ali and the government he heads, are giving every indication that the Constitution is to be adhered to when only it is expedient to do so for them. And as for the rule of law, that is hardly a matter to disturb their collective slumber. Take that for your fastness. Signs of the times, folks, as we hasten on. Signs of the times. Just today, in what can be described as a freak accident, ladies and gentlemen. Just today, Nigel Rodriguez of Warramadong. Nigel Rodriguez of Warramadong. Get my pronunciation right. Warramadong. Walked into the propeller of an Air Services Limited plane on the Camarang airstrip. Walked right into the propeller. Signs of the time. Sources said the accident occurred shortly before 3 p.m. according to them waves. The source said that instead of walking around the rear of the plane, the man approached the plane. He approached the plane from the front shortly after it arrived. From all accounts, this is them waves, the pilot could not have seen the man because the plane was tilted slightly upwards, so the pilot couldn't see the fella. He just walked right into the propeller. Signs of the times. Signs of the time. Folks, the fires of the PPP continue. The fires of the PPP continues. The fire. They continue. And just today, somewhere between Monrepo and Triumph, there's another fire. Every day in this country, there's a fire, ladies and gentlemen. Here's some of what took place there. The fires of the PPP. The fires of the PPP every day, unabated, unmitigated, fire, fire, fire. And you know what is even more alarming? What is even more alarming? That in a recent article, the fire chief says, the acting fire chief or the deputy fire chief acting, it's the fire chief acting, folks. Mr. Wickham said that they have seen a 43% decrease in fire. But thank God for that, because if it wasn't so, I don't know what we would have been living through. Here's hell on earth. But the amount of fires we've had recently, and that fire there this afternoon was somewhere between Monrepo and Triumph. And if it's not fire, ladies and gentlemen, it's crime. If it's not fire, it's spiraling crime. Spiraling crime. Them boys don't care if it's daylight, if it's nighttime. They don't care. It's like that song says, you could bring it in a bottle, you could bring it in a flask, Winky. Them boys don't care. Anyhow. Any time of day, crime is spiraling. Take a look at what transpired recently on Water Street. Hear that accent? Water Street. Water Street. He give them something to keep, and them boys come for the things. He gave them something to keep. They promise us a crime plan. We still waiting. As the bandits, the thieves become more and more brazen. We still waiting. A crime plan was promised in a manifesto, and we still waiting. And when it's not fire, and when it's not spiraling crime, oh Father, the witch hunting. The witch hunting. And it gets bizarre. Ladies and gentlemen, it gets even more bizarre. Now today, Paul Slow, former big one in the police force, was going to court, attending court for a matter. As Paul Slow is going up the court step, some policemen are attempting to arrest him for the very matter he's going to court for. Again, is not a real place. The very matter he is attending court for. The very matter he's attending court for. Men are there to arrest him for the very matter. It's full confusion powder, ladies and gentlemen. Full confusion powder. And we want to show you a little bit of that full confusion powder on a daily basis in this country. Full confusion powder. Take a look at some of what transpired here. Full confusion powder. Take a look.
You have to physically make me take here. I am not going. I am not moving. No, I am not. I'm going upstairs to court 3. I have a summons to report to court 3, and that is where I'm going.
Coming to you live from the Georgetown Magistrates Court, where retired Assistant Police Commissioner Paul Slow.
Court 3 this morning. I am not going to go to the inquiry's office in respect of the same charge. I am going to go to court 3, where I got a summons to be there this morning.
Where he reported for the matter he's already charged for, and when he turned up here, 4 officers were standing waiting to arrest him at the Georgetown Magistrates Court. So this is the situation developing right now. Mr. Slow is saying he's awaiting on the arrival of his lawyer.
I am not going to. I am not going. I am going upstairs to court 3 to answer the charge that I was summoned for. That is why I'm here this morning. And for you to tell me now that you're going to arrest me for a charge that I'm already before the court doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to wait here until my lawyer gets here, and if he advises go that way, I am not going to the inquiry's office. I'm going to the court 3. So
You go, lose this out. Lose this out.
I am going to court 3 to answer the charge which I'm here for.
So they're attempting to physically put Mr. Slow into the lockups.
In response to summons to go to court 3 this morning on the charge of conspiracy to commit fraud. That is what I'm here. In response to the summons, for you to not tell me that you're going to arrest me in respect to the same charge, I have to have a lawyer to advise if that is legal, if that is lawful, and if he says it is legal and lawful, then I will. So please wait until the lawyer gets here. He's going to be here shortly. No, I'm not going to wait to the inquiry's office because let me advise you. But if I should go to the inquiry's office, then you have properly arrested me. So I'm cautioning you. But if you take me to the inquiry's office, but I'm not going. Told you the reasons of your arrest. But I'm saying I don't accept it. And therefore wait until the lawyer gets here. That is what I'm saying. That is what I am saying. And here in response to summons from the court, this morning to answer questions of conspiracy to commit fraud. That is why I'm already charged for this. And that is why I'm saying for the public to know that for you to say now that you're arresting me in respect to the same charge that I've already been placed before the court for doesn't make any sense, and I need to be advised by my lawyer what should be the next course of action. So I'm going to wait right here until the lawyer gets here.
So there you have it. Mr. Slow turned up this morning to attend court on a matter that he has been summoned for, And just as he turned up to attend court, 4 officers are attempting to arrest him. Mr. Slow is insisting that he will not go to the inquiry's office until he's properly advised by his lawyer. So the police officers on the ground are trying to physically put Mr. Slow in the inquiry's office. He's insisting that if he goes there, he's properly arrested. Mind you, this matter is already before the court, and Mr. Slow is scheduled to appear this morning to answer to the allegation. So this is what is happening here at the Georgetown Magistrates Court. I understand his attorney at law is Selwyn Peters, who is in Guyana, who will be here shortly, who is on his way, I'm told. Yeah. 2 minutes. Yes, we're coming up. So we just want.
Folks, every day this country is something. Every day this country is something. The man is going to court for a matter. He's going to court for a matter, and they're arresting him outside for the same matter. He's going to court for a matter, and he's being arrested outside for the same matter. For the same matter. Folks, that haven't been said. That's our program for this evening. On this side, we're going to touch on some regional issues, and we welcome you guys to stick around. Just a couple of them. We may have another guest joining us on the other side. May or may not have another guest joining us on the other side. But folks, as you go, we want to encourage you guys to share the live stream. We want to see those emojis as well. And also remember that you guys can come on board and partner with us. We need your help. We cannot do it alone. Social distance, sanitize, practice all the COVID-19 protocols that are there for your health and your safety, like wearing a mask. Ladies and gentlemen. It has been our privilege having you night after night. Throughout this week, folks, here in the ring, we're going to turn our attention very shortly to a couple regional issues that are quite important. We may be joined by guests on the other side, but great to have all of you in the ring this evening for this week. It has been our privilege again. As you go, social distance, sanitize, wear your mask, practice all the COVID protocols, all the COVID regulations that are in place for your health, of your family, yourself, your friends, and your loved ones. Have a fantastic weekend. Those of you who are leaving us for other places, heading to work, heading home, heading somewhere else. Thanks for joining us, folks. And we are going to head into the region. For just a little bit. Remember, we need you guys to come on board. We can't do this thing alone, night after night, week after week, month after month. You need some guidance. We're available on Cash App. We're available on PayPal. We're available at MoneyGram and Western Union, MMG. Call us on our WhatsApp number, 627-6963, 627-6963, and we're going to be certain to guide you guys. Heading into some regional issue, guys. As you take a sip on the Cokes, on the popcorn, we're heading to touch on a couple regional issues. Remember, folks, we need you guys to come on board and to partner with us so that we can keep on doing what we're doing, and even in a bigger way, in a bigly way. Yep. Good to have you here with us, guys. Thanks for joining us throughout this week. Thanks for joining us. All right, let's look after our business now on the other side. All right, folks, let's touch on a couple regional issues this evening before we finally say goodnight. Folks, we love being with you guys. We love spending this time with you guys. Let's touch on a couple regional issues before we go. Just before we go, let's touch on a couple regional issues, a couple regional matters. And we start off this evening with COVID. We start off this evening with COVID. As we look around the region, we start off this evening with COVID as we look around the Caribbean region. And just to point out that locally in Guyana, folks, in Guyana, we have 108 new cases of COVID-19, which takes up the confirmed cases we have had to 34,240. And last evening, folks, you all share the live stream yet? We want to see those emojis as well. Last evening, when we looked at St. Vincent and the Grenadines, with 38 deaths, they were canceling their annual Independence Parade with 38 deaths. Since March 2020, 38 deaths, and they're canceling. We got over 500, probably going to 1,000 now. 34,240 confirmed cases, 108 new cases. And everything blasé. And so we're picking up this story that says that COVAX is distributing 180,000. Am I getting that right? Yeah, 180. No, let me go back. Jamaica and Guyana. That seems better. And we're picking this up from Caribbean National Weekly, a publication called Caribbean National Weekly. Guyana and Jamaica are among 4 Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, member countries slated to benefit from 1.3 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines, recently donated by the United States, Canada, Germany, and Spain. 1.3 million doses that are going to be split between 4 PAHO member countries, of which Jamaica and Guyana are 2 of them. And so that is part of what is happening in the region. And we've seen home here, even with the preponderance, quote unquote, because you've had lots of shortages intermittently. Even with the preponderance of vaccines, the numbers are still heading where they're heading. And we note in Guyana, that they're giving the deaths as a result of COVID-19, and they will say, coming out of the COVID deaths, 4 unvaccinated, 6 persons died, 4 unvaccinated, but then telling you how the other 2 died. So we have to assume that the other 2 were vaccinated, but yet died. And so the point is being made that even with the preponderance of vaccines, the numbers are still going up. There's a 9-year-old missing in Jamaica, folks. A 9-year-old has gone missing in Jamaica. 9 years old, and she has gone missing, right? And the Jamaica Gleaner is telling us that the search for St. Thomas 9-year-old Felicia Persia, she is suspected to have been abducted, a 9-year-old. And now this search for Felicia, has been expanded to an area called Portland. She's from St. Thomas, and the search for Felicia has now been expanded to an area called Portland, and it is assumed that Felicia has been abducted. Folks, we got to fight for our kids. We got to fight for our children regardless. We got to fight for them. And so the 2 issues we are covering this evening, getting your appetite whet for more information out of the region, is the vaccines coming out of PAHO that Jamaica and Guyana are going to benefit from. And hopefully, folks haven't gotten all the information about these vaccines, given all the information about these vaccines, will make an intelligent choice to get vaccinated. And if you refuse to be vaccinated, that's your choice as well. Your body, your choice. And then we have this 9-year-old Felicia Persia out of St. Thomas, Jamaica. who has gone missing. And the assumption at this point, based on what the authorities are saying, again, picking up this information out of the Jamaica Gleaner, that she has been abducted. And so the search has intensified from St. Thomas all the way down to Portland. And that we're really hoping that for the best in a safe return for Felicia Persia, 9 years old. And we can imagine, the fright, the discomfort, the trepidation that any 9-year-old would feel in such a circumstance. And those persons who have abducted this young woman should return her to her family or the nearest police station. Nearest police station. That having been said, ladies and gentlemen, having said all these things, he closed the book. He closed the book. And that's our program for this evening. That's our program for this week. I'm going to stick around and give a few folks a shout out. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you guys joining us night after night. Ensure that you share the live stream before you go. Ensure that you click on that emoji. We want to see how you're feeling out there in the virtual world, in social media land. We want to see those emotions out there. Ensure that you share the live stream back to a profile, back to a page before you go, guys. It's our privilege coming to you each and every day. We don't do it for the likes. We do it for the love. We love serving you guys in this way, with information, with news, entertainment, whatever it is. And thanks for spending this time with us each and every night. It is our privilege to have you guys. Thank you so very, very, very much. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Natasha Joseph, thanks for sticking around. Candy Naleen Indrajit, great to see you. It's Michelle Solomon, good to see you as well. Royston Melville, Jolette Asana, and Ingrid Moore, Melissa Barn Tapin, Simone, Wills Felix, good to see you there. Andrew Cuthbert and Claudia Tyndall, all you fantastic folks. Onika Lighton, Cheryl McGowan, good to see you. Sandra Davis and Clayton Dean, great to see you as well. Love having you guys in the ring. Good to see you. All you nice folks, all you church people, nice quiet people. Sandra Davis, oh my. Marky, a good evening to you. Leandre Williams, good to see you on the live. Big up, respect and manners. Gail Alicock, great to see you as well, Gail. Stay safe at your end. Good to see you, Gail. Gail Alicock, big shout out to Gail. Carol Etienne, good to see you, Carol. Good to see you there. Pamela Viola Kanzias, oh my, fantastic folks. Yvette Tom, Yvette Jarrick out of Connecticut. Good to see you, Yvette. All right, Warnella Garnett, great to see you as well. Claire Alexis Richmond, good to see you, Claire. Good to see you all, you fantastic folks. That's our program this evening. Have a fantastic weekend. Have a fantastic weekend. Get some quiet time, some me time, some you time, and let's come back on Monday fired up to fight. Great to see each and every one of you guys. Again, it's been our privilege having you in the ring with us, in the arena, in the Coliseum, guys, and seek the opportunity to partner with us. Thanks for joining us this evening. Thanks for joining us, folks. Have a fantastic weekend. Have a great rest of the evening. Stay safe.